And welcome everybody to University of Tampa baseball from Tampa Stadium on the campus of the University of Tampa. The Spartans, number 1 ranked in the country, get ready to take on the 15th ranked Ashland University Eagles. Hi everybody, Jack Ike along with Sam DeWert. My first time working with Sam, and
that is correct.
Found out that we grew up about 20 miles from each other, just 40 years apart. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, good to be here for the second game of the day, but even better to be watching the Tampa Spartans.
This is a team that is now 10-2 on this season, ranked number 1 in the nation, national champions, and they get to step away from now the conference play, which they opened up last weekend, and kind of just see how they can do. It's been a busy weekend for baseball down here. We've got Davenport University, we have Manchester, I think it was Manchester, I wrote it down, and Ashland, who Tampa is playing today.
I think it was in Minnesota.
Davenport,
yeah.
And Minnesota Crookston.
Correct.
So there's 3 teams down here, and everybody's going to play each other at least once.
Right.
So it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and some Monday baseball before it's all said and done. But the Spartans get ready to take on Ashland, and we'll get you the starting lineups for today's game. We'll start with Ashland. And they will start in left field is number 14, and that is Billy Howard. He is a junior from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. Batting second is the first baseman, number 5, Sam Witt, and he is a junior from Martin, Ohio. Batting third is the DH, number 8, and that is Max Carone. He is a grad student from Lewis Center, Ohio. Batting cleanup is the second baseman, number 7. Number 7 is Gavin Dobbles, and he is an infielder, a junior from Yorkville, Illinois. Batting fifth is the third baseman, number 26. 26 is Jeremiah Cangelosi. He is a senior from Palaskala, Ohio. Batting sixth is the shortstop, number 2. That is Colin Overholt, and he is a junior from Delphos, Ohio. Batting seventh is 21. 21 is Chris Franks. He is a junior from Wooster, Ohio. Coming to the plate first is going to be Billy Howard. On the mound for Tampa is Skylar Gonzalez, who had a great outing last Friday, a week ago, to start conference play when he went 8 full innings and the Spartans picked up a nice win. First pitch to Howard is a ball. Gonzalez, the reigning national pitcher of the year in Division II baseball. Gonzalez winds and fires. That one catches the corner, strike 1. Nice day in Tampa, winds blowing in a little bit. Sunny, it said 82. Ground ball foul. Talked to a couple of the players and coaches from Ashland. They said, thanks for the weather.
Yeah, I'm sure lots of teams will be happy to be down here.
This is that time of year when the Spartans do get to play teams like this, that southern trip for a lot of Midwest and East Coast ball clubs. The coach told me that a week ago they had 6 inches of snow on the ground. Then he said it burst into the 40s and most of it melted.
That one random day in Florida and Midwest states that just out of nowhere, heat.
Takes care of it for a day. Then you see what's left of the snow. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Out to second base. And 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting is the first baseman, number 5, Sam Witt.
Spartans defensively. Gonzalez on the mound. Behind the plate is Irigoyen. First base is Russo. Second base, Woodburn. Third base, Karstetter. Shortstop is Urso. Outfield is Williams, King, and Villegas. Left, center, and right. At the plate now is Sam Witt. Ashland comes in with a 4-1 record. They are 2-0 at home, 2-1 on neutral sites. Ground ball. Woodburn ranges, but not going to get it. Base hit. Fielded by Villegas in right field. He'll toss it in. So the first base runner of the game is Sam Witt.
Now batting is the designated hitter, number 8, Max Carone.
Brings Carone to the plate. Max Carone. Gonzalez now out of the stretch. Irigoyen with the throwback. First pitch is a ball. Ground ball. Does it get through? Yeah, it's just under the reach of Urso. So a couple of base hits. Put runners at first and second with one out here in the top of the first. Tampa, number 1 ranked. Ashland University, number 15 ranked.
Batter is the second baseman, number 7, Gavin Nobles.
Now it's Goebbels to the plate. Goebbels with a .353 average. Played and started all 5 games, 17 at-bats. It's always interesting this time of year when the teams from the north come down here. Not quite the same amount of games, not the same amount of at-bats. Gonzalez with a look. Ball outside. Sunsplash day here in Tampa. A couple clouds spread way apart. Anything hit to left field will cause a problem. Karstetter is going to beat him to the bag, and he got him on the force out. Karstetter had to wait for that one to come down, and then it was a race between himself and Witt to see who was going to get there first. Karstetter did it, got the force, 2 out, runner still at first and second. Brings up Cangelosi to the plate. 200 average, 4 hits, 20 at bats right now. Taps that one, foul. Pretty good representation of Ashland folks, taking their chance to come south for a little bit.
Yeah, lots of fans here tonight.
Yeah,
Great excuse to come down to Tampa, Florida.
nothing wrong with that. Gonzalez with a long look, takes a glance back at second and fires. That one's hit foul down the right field line. Welcome everybody listening in from Ashland. So far this year, their first 3 games were all south of here. They went to the Houston Winter Invitational and played nothing but ranked teams while they were there, and picked up 2 wins. 0-2 pitch, low and in the dirt. Runners stay. They opened the season back on January 31st, same time Tampa did. That was down in Texas. They played number 3 Central Missouri, lost that one 15-5. They then the next day played Arkansas Tech, ranked number 23, beat them 8-7 and 10, and then finished that weekend in Houston with number 19 Arkansas Monticello and beat them 6-5. Tap foul, stays alive. They then played it away in Athens, West Virginia against Concord, beat them 7-6 in 10, and on Monday beat them 6-3. Now they're in Tampa for the weekend. They will play Tampa today. They will play Minnesota Crookston tomorrow, and they will play Davenport on Sunday. Teams make the most out of their trips down here. On deck, Overholt. But now it's 2-2 count, 2 on, 2 out. 3 out. Strikeout for Gonzalez. And so at the end of half an inning, no score. They leave 2. Tampa coming to bat. You're watching on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. UT students travel from across the nation and around the globe to join a dynamic learning community. There are 150 academic programs, continuing studies for non-traditional students, and a highly ranked graduate school. Academic opportunities are extensive and rigorous, but this mid-sized residential campus retains a welcoming feel. With a student-faculty ratio of 16:1, students benefit from direct interaction with expert faculty, a faculty that is passionate about teaching and mentoring. Outside the classroom, UT enjoys a unique environment. Plant Hall, a National Historic Landmark, is surrounded by modern and historic buildings on 105 acres. UT's beautiful downtown riverfront setting offers a gateway to the heart of a vibrant city. Students are within walking distance of jobs and internships, and the recreational opportunities are endless, both off campus and on campus. Students live in upscale residence halls and enjoy diverse activities, including performing arts, guest lectures, nearly 200 clubs and organizations, and a nationally ranked NCAA Division II athletics program. The UT experience begins with an innovative first-year program and continues with opportunities to challenge yourself.
Tampa coming to bat, bottom of the first inning. Jordan Williams will lead off, and watch out if he gets on. Tampa's played 12 games this year. He has 20 stolen bases. 5 in one game, 4 last week. Fouled off 4 in last week in a game. He had 10 of the stolen bases last weekend. Spartan batting order starts with Jordan Williams, number 19. And he is a grad student from Odessa, Florida. Played at Florida State, had 15 stolen bases last year. But he can run. We've seen him track down some balls in the outfield as well. Batting second in the Spartan lineup is going to be Braden Woodburn. He is second baseman, a junior from Winter Springs, Florida. Batting third, J.D. Urso. He's a grad student from Tampa, coach's son played at Miami last year. Started his career here in Tampa, went to Miami last year, now is back. That one's hit out into center field. Does it fall? Yes, it does. Falls right in front of Miller, and Jordan Williams is on. Now, this is the time, Sam, where we say, will he run on the first pitch or the second? He will go. It's just a matter of when he wants to make the jump.
I can imagine Tampa might want to be aggressive. Could be first, right off the bat.
He's done the first.
Yeah.
Now, it's a lefty on the mound, though, so that may inhibit him. Maybe gets a look at him first.
A little bit.
But he does take a good lead. Woodburn ready. Chased him back. Woodburn hits it on the ground. Coming in, they try to get the force. He threw it away. And Williams is going to hustle over to second or third, and Woodburn's going to stay at first. They tried to get the force. Overholt tried to shovel it over to Dobles, but he dropped it. So runners at first and third, nobody out.
Great scenario there for Tampa. Could have been a double play.
Yeah.
Turned into Williams heading to third, having an eye on that home plate.
It was slow enough they may not have gotten the double play, but they really lost an opportunity by not getting the lead runner. And this will bring J.D. Urso to the plate. I don't know if they call that a fielder's choice error. Yes. J.D. lines one foul, scattering a few people. J.D. Urso, 279 on the year. His averages have been climbing. swing and a miss. Tampa's batting average as a team has been climbing. Last year they hit about 315 as a team, which is just an amazing stat. This year they're at 282, but it's been going up. It was 270 before last weekend. Runners at first and third. 1-2 pitch to Urso. Nobody out, bottom of the first. And Urso fouls that one off. Defensively for Ashland, they've got Beaver on the mound. Peltz is at behind the plate. Witt, first base. Dobles at second. Cangelosi at third. Overholt at shortstop. And then Howard, Miller, and Franks are left, center, right. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. But Woodburn is really getting off of first base. He may try to run, which would be just a perfect opportunity. They'd have to figure out if they try to get Woodburn, Williams scores. So if they then try the throw and try to cut it off and get Williams, they might have a chance. Woodburn really with a big lean. Urso just kind of bloops one over the second baseman's head. That'll fall for a hit. Williams will score 1-0 Tampa. Woodburn runs into third base, so it's going to be runners at first and third again with nobody out. But now Tampa leads 1-0.
I mean, even an infield hit from Urso would have been, not too bad. It could have been double play there, but still would have brought Williams home.
Yeah.
But, that was perfect case scenario, Brought a guy home, guys on first and second, still have that force out. So we'll see what Russo does. But
brings up 33, that's Cole Russo. He is a senior from Tampa, went to Central Florida, prepped here at Jesuit High School. First pitch in the dirt, and Woodburn is going to stay, but hustling down to second is Urso. So now runners at second and third. Force is off. On the mound for Ashland is Brendan Beaver. His ERA is 15.88. He's 0-1 on the year. He's made 2 appearances. This all starts. 5 2/3 innings pitched, so he doesn't go long. They've hit him hard. Given up 9 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned. That one is low. Walked 4, struck out 5 at this point. And Beaver with a look back. The pitch to Russo, swing and a miss. On deck, Mike Valdez for Tampa. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Beaver, outside, 2-2. Beaver on the mound in the stretch. Russo fouls it off, stays 2-2. And the pitch. Fouled off again, stays hanging in there. And the 2-2 again. Fouled off again. Russo making him throw a lot of pitches early. Lefty to lefty. And we'll do the 2-2 for the third time. And this time a swing and a miss. So that one was way upstairs. He went after it. Swing and a miss, 1 down. Mike Valdez now to the plate. Any ball hit in the air to left field could be a problem for a while because the sun starting to set, and it sets behind the stadium. You can see the shadows. So if you get one up in the air, left fielder actually shading his eyes with his arm. The interesting part, if you watch all season, you'll watch the sun move. Sometime in probably late March, early April, the sun will be directly behind us, and the shadows will be going straight out to center field. Had to give a kid who was broadcasting with me a couple years ago a lesson on why the sun was moving. Valdez goes down swinging, not even wasting any time that time. Beaver gets a 3-pitch strikeout. And it'll bring up Villegas to the plate. Edgardo Villegas from Puerto Rico via the University of Miami and Doral Academy. So now we're still looking for that base hit that could bring in 2 more. You can't see it on camera, but if we see some geese or ducks flying in a perfect V formation, they're heading north. That's a good sign for people up in Ashland.
That's right.
Tomorrow's March 1st. So they're done with Florida. Second pitch to Villegas. It's 1-1 now. Ground ball. Does it get up the middle? Yeah, that should score 2. Crossing is Woodburn. Heading in is Urso. Spartans will have a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Irigoyen. Joander Irigoyen, catching for the Spartans today, is from Winter Garden, Florida, a junior. Ball outside. Fouled off down the line. 0-2 now. On deck for Tampa is Karstetter, the number 8 hitter. Maddox King's the number 9 hitter to round out the batters for Tampa. Pitch to Irigoyen. Runner goes. Ball hit foul down the right field line, so Villegas will come back.
Almost every fielder is wearing the sunglasses, even the ones mostly in the shade, but there are those splotches of sun going through the windows. It could create some glare.
For a couple more innings. Like I said, it can be bad if you're playing left field. Even center could be a little tough depending on how it comes off the bat.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch now. Villegas ran. This time they throw to keep him closer. One, two. Ball high, 2-2. Spartans are 10-2 on the year. Last weekend swept Lynn 6-2, 9-2, and 14-8. That second game on Saturday, the 14-8 win, Tampa trailed 8-3 and scored the final 11 runs. So it wasn't quite the blowout it looks like on paper. 3-2 full count, swing and a miss, dropped it, tagged him out, inning is over. But the Spartans pick up 3 on 3 hits and an error, and we played one full, Tampa 3-0 over Ashland on TampaSpartans.tv.
In the late 1920s, the prospect of a Hillsborough High student enrolling in college was bleak. The nation was in the throes of the Great Depression. Businesses were failing, and many of Tampa's beautiful waterfront homes were left abandoned. The principal at Hillsborough High, Frederick Spalding, didn't see these barriers. He only saw bright young students who were in need of a place to continue their learning. In 1931, collegiate-level courses were offered at Hillsborough High. This would later become the University of Tampa. On August 2, 1933, Spalding arrived at the doors of Plant Hall with a 100-year lease from the city and a firm resolve, and with the turn of a key, opened the door to the University of Tampa. In its fledgling years, UT was fortunate if it could collect half of the tuition due from its students. It was only through the dedication of its professors, who worked without pay, that the university survived the Great Depression. Over the next several decades, UT grew slightly, enrolling up to 1,800 at times, starting several sports teams, and even began accepting students from other areas of the country. But in the early 90s, the growth seemed to stand still, even stop. UT needed new life, some passion. UT needed strong leadership.
In 1995, Dr. Vaughn became president and UT began to transform. 1,000 UT students has become 7,200, and we are now entering our 17th consecutive year of record enrollment. All the while, UT's academic profile continues to increase. There has been $350 million in new construction since 2000. We have added 7 new residence halls, academic buildings and labs, as well as athletic facilities. Plant Hall even got new carpet and new windows. UT now has more than 3,000.
Yep. Top of the second inning we go. Tampa up 3-0. Jack and Sam with the broadcast today. It'll be Overholt coming to the plate. Colin Overholt hitting .300 on the year. Started all 5 games to this point. Has a .300 batting average, 20 at-bats, 6 hits. One of them a homer. Skylar Gonzalez on the mound for Tampa. As I mentioned, he had an 8-inning outing last weekend in the win over Lynn, the 6-2 win on the first night. Has a 1.96 ERA, a 2-0 record now, 4 appearances. This is his 5th start of the year. Swing and a miss. 23 innings pitched, given up 22 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, struck out 22, and walked just 8. I take that back. Struck out 22, walked just 4. If you can have a 2-to-1 ratio strikes to walks, you're doing well. He's got a 5+ to 1. He is the reigning D2 pitcher of the year. Irigoyen tried to frame it. It's going to be a full count, though, 3-2. Swing and a miss. Look, took a little bit off it. Gets the strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Gonzalez. And that will bring Franks to the plate. Franks at 188 on the year. 16 at-bats, 3 hits. As we said, they have a limited line right now, so some of the averages are deceptive. First pitch, curveball, brings it in. Nice pitch, strike 1. Now you can see the shadows have been moving a little bit. Now the mound is totally engulfed. Ball just missing. I was never that great at picking up pitches, but they say it's tougher when it comes out of a shadow to the sun, back to the shadows.
I can imagine.
Tries to lay down a bunt, fouls it off.
Had to have been a spontaneous decision. I don't know how beneficial a bunt is. 1 out, no one on base, assuming it would have gotten a lucky bounce.
Yeah.
Got that base hit.
1-2, swing and a miss. No, he fouled it off.
He fouled.
Umpires for today's game. Behind the plate is Victor Alejandro, and in the field is Nelson Fraley. We have doubleheader baseball tomorrow at 3 and 7, not the usual 1 and 4, 3 and 7. As Spartans will be taking on Davenport in both games. There will be games going on all day here. There's going to be an 11 o'clocker.
Yeah, I know there's some softball going on too. Davenport had slow start to their game, but ended up really pulling away.
15-5, I think I saw,
yeah.
yeah. That would have been over Minnesota Crookston.
Minnesota made a little bit of a pull there in the 8th inning, definitely to set themselves up for a 9th inning rally, but the bottom of the 9th went very fast.
Fouls that one off, stays alive. Got to remember to give a shout out here. Let me find my sheet. Popped up, left field. Williams makes the catch, and he fought the sun a little bit, made the catch, but Jordan Williams with the catch, 1 out. 2 outs now. Got to give a shout out. I talked to Colin Scott, one of the assistant coaches, to get pronunciations, get a little background on the team, and he says, give a shout out to Robert Scott. He says his dad is Bob Scott. Robert Scott is Grandpa. So he said Grandpa's watching. Shout out to Amy Scott, that's Mom. And a shout out to Nanjo. She'll know who that is. That's Grandma.
Awesome. Love to see everyone watching from the broadcast. Ones who can't make it here in the great state of Florida.
Now at the plate is number 8 hitter. That's Peltz. Ben Peltz, 167 average, 18 at-bats right now, 3 hits. Call strike. One and two. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He went after one low, and it was caught by Irigoyen. And that'll be another strikeout, the 3rd of the game already for Gonzalez, and a 3-up, 3-down inning. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Tampa 3, Ashland nothing on TampaSpartans.tv.
Large collection of books, periodicals.
We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Tampa up 3-0 already, and they will have 8-9-1. 7 batters came to the plate in the 1st. It'll be Carstetter, Maddox, King, and then back to Jordan Williams. Beavers on the mound for Ashland. Off-speed pitch. Carstetter swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Goes with the same off-speed pitch. Carstetter sporting a 256 average. He's played and started all 12 games to this point. 39 at-bats already. And, he framed that one. Didn't get the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now not a cloud in the sky here. Ground ball up the middle. Shading his eyes is the shortstop. He couldn't find it, and he beat it out. Carstetter was able to beat it out. I don't think he'd have gotten him had he not had trouble, because that took a really high hop, and by the time it came down, it was too late. But Overholt tried to get it. you could see he was shielding his eyes because it was such a high hop. So the Spartans get the lead runner on again. And it brings up Maddox King. King, 286 on the year. This is his 10th game of the year for start. Swing and a miss. Now the pitcher's mound is starting to get in the sun again, and the batter's box is getting in the shade, so it changes. Ball low. One pitch. A long look. Now the pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Bounces away and safely into second base is Karstetter. That one hit in front of the base and bounced over the second baseman, Dobles, I should say. Overholt backing him up, stopped it from going further into center field. But the Spartans now have runners on second base. Nobody out.
Ashland has had some trouble in that second base area in play and just sending it back there.
Yeah, I mean, they had that force out they couldn't get. Runner's going to third. The throw down to third. He slides into it. He beat it out. He just had a huge jump, Karstetter did. And even that, it was a good throw, but he had such a huge jump, Peltz couldn't even beat him down there. So Karstetter back-to-back stolen bases. And now a 2-2 count to the number 9 hitter, Maddox King. That is the 5th and 6th stolen bases. King goes down swinging. So Karstetter not necessarily a threat to steal, but he is right now. As we said, Jordan Williams, who's striding to the plate, has 20 this year. Been caught once. Villegas has 5, and Karstetter 4 is third on the team, but he now has 6, so he's vaulted to second. Ground ball, does it get through? Doesn't matter, it's going to bring a run in. Will they not get the throw? No. Williams too quick to beat it out. Good play by Overholt to keep it from going into left field, but Williams is too quick and Karstetter was too close. 4-0 Tampa. That's a manufactured run. Base hit and 2 steals, and then a ground ball to short brings the run in. Brings Braden Woodburn to the plate. He reached on a fielder's choice last time. They tried to force out Williams at second on a ground ball. When they shoveled it from short to second, it was dropped. Williams, they chase him back. Sure, they know his reputation.
Yeah, they know how he operates now. They didn't before.
Nope. All they had to do is look at the stats and see 20 steals, 12 games. Wow. He tied a Tampa record 2 weeks ago with 5 in one game. There he goes. Oh, they might have him caught the throw. He beat it out. He beat it there. I think Witt kind of got it stuck in his mitt for a second or two, and he had to double clutch to make the throw, but also Williams with a nice jump. They knew he was going. They tried to get him, and they didn't.
Yeah, Williams could have gotten himself into a pickle there, but he got there in time.
And he likes to go second to third. This time he's back.
It's definitely getting to the pitcher's head. He's going to keep throwing it back.
Yep. And then he just goes anyway.
Right.
So it's like, you really don't need to waste your time, because there he goes. The throw down to, he dropped the ball or got it stuck. And another stolen base for Williams. So now, twice in this inning, the Spartans have got runners on with hits and then stole second and stole third. Karstetter did it and scored. Williams now 90 feet away with 1 out. Woodburn at the plate.
They definitely would have made that throw. He had it in time. But
I don't know if he got it caught or
yeah.
Woodburn was kind of in the way. Woodburn has a right to stay in the box. That's why you like to steal third if there's a righty batting, because it kind of shields the catcher from what's happening. Ball in the dirt. If it's a lefty, that gives him a pretty unobstructed, unimpeded throw to third. I don't think it would matter to Williams. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beavers in the stretch. 1 out here in the second. Ball high. Three-one. Inside. First walk of the game. Given up by Beaver. Had 4 strikeouts. That's his first walk. Runners now. We saw this twice in the first inning. Runners at first and third. And J.D. Urso to the plate. Matter of fact, J.D. Urso was at the plate the first time this happened. Urso the first time up took advantage of this and drove in a run. Four nothing Tampa on top, bottom of the second. One strike pitch. Call strike 2. Just missing inside. Beavers in the stretch on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul into the Spartan dugout. Comes back out. Fielded by Jordan Williams. He was ready for the relay. Playing fairly deep for Urso. 1-2 pitch. Up the middle, base hit. Almost took Beaver's head off. That'll bring a run in. Woodburn's going to scamper back to second. Runners at first and second. 5-0 Tampa. Beavers tried to get his mid up there. Maybe more self-preservation than anything. Brings Cole Urso to the plate.
Urso with that center field hit, bringing Williams home. Or sorry, not Urso, Russo.
You know what? They've had the batting order all year. It's been Urso Russo.
Yeah.
And I've stumbled over it every game. Nobody warming up in the bullpen, but a visit to the mound.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone over there just yet. Yeah, Russo probably trying to make a comeback. You know, guys at first and second, hoping to maybe get an RBI if he can get it deep enough in the outfield. But definitely not. I can't imagine he's happy with that. Striking out, swinging. Better than the looking, though.
Russo, 421 on the year. Walked 7 times. Does have 3 home runs, tied with Jordan Williams for the home run lead on the team. And he steps in. Lefty to lefty again. Runners at first and second. Just 1 out here in the second. Fouled off. Always listen for brakes screeching when they foul it off on a cast.
Yeah, those nets go pretty high, so thankfully I haven't heard too much about that.
Swing and a miss. If you look in the outfield, you can see the yellow line. That is the home run line, the outfield wall. But encircling the ballpark is about a 90-foot tall fence because we've got dorms to the right of us. We have 2 major streets, one to the left and one behind us. And so they try to keep everything in the ballpark as much as they can. Well, I've heard my share of brake squealing on foul balls. I've seen balls bounce off the dorms. And they probably have extra strength windows on this side anyway. 2 balls, 1 strike. They try to chase him back.
I don't think any of those dorms and those windows for those dorms even open.
1 ball, 2 strikes. They're showing 1 ball, 3 strikes, but they're letting Russo still bat. The 1-2 pitch. And let's make it a strike 3 anyway. fifth strikeout of the game for Beavers. And now 2 outs with runners at first and second. And Valdez coming up.
Valdez also struck out swinging.
And call strike, just on the outside corner. Ground ball out to third base. Fielding it quickly is Cangelosi, and he got him for the 3rd out. Close, but they got him. Spartans pick up a couple more, 3 more hits. They leave 2. We played 2, and it's 5-0 Tampa on top on TampaSpartans.tv.
In the late 1920s, the prospect of a Hillsborough High student enrolling in college was bleak. The nation was in the throes of the Great Depression. Businesses were failing, and many of Tampa's beautiful waterfront homes were left abandoned. The principal at Hillsborough High, Frederick Spalding, didn't see these barriers. He only saw bright young students who were in need of a place to continue their learning. In 1931, collegiate-level courses were offered at Hillsborough High. This would later become the University of Tampa. On August 2, 1933, Spalding arrived at the doors of Plant Hall with a 100-year lease from the city and a firm resolve, and with the turn of a key, opened the door to the University of Tampa. In its fledgling years, UT was fortunate if it could collect half of the tuition due from its students. It was only through the dedication of its professors, who worked without pay, that the university survived the Great Depression. Over the next several decades, UT grew slightly, enrolling up to 1,800 at times, starting several sports teams, and even began accepting students from other areas of the country. But in the early 90s, the growth seemed to stand still, even stop. UT needed new life, some passion. UT needed strong leadership.
In 1995, Dr. Vaughn became president and UT began to transform. 1,000 UT students has become 7,200, and we are now entering our 17th consecutive year of record enrollment. All the while, UT's academic profile continues to increase. There has been $350 million.
Yep. 3rd inning, Tampa on top, 5-0. Ashland coming in 15th ranked, Tampa number 1 ranked. Sam, these guys were picked to win their Northern Division of the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. Picked to win their division. There's a North and a South division. They had 5 all-conference players last year. Every one of them is back this year. So they're a loaded team. This is Miller at the plate, number 9 hitter in the order. Cam Miller, 125 on the year. Again, it's just not a huge body of work at this point. Ball outside. Now pitcher's mound in the sun, batter's box, halfway out to the mound in the shade. Strike 2. 2-2. Fouled off. Still nobody throwing in the Ashland bullpen. That one is popped up, giving chase is Karstetter near the Tampa dugout. Can't get it. The one thing that's interesting about these games, they are not regional games or region games, so they're not going to hurt you one way or the other, win or lose. I mean, you want to win, but it really won't affect your standing in the region. So you sometimes see coaches experiment a little more than they would. That one is hit down the right field line, giving chase, foul, and Woodburn makes a catch, goes sliding into the bullpen, but makes the play for the first out. That makes a pitcher feel really good knowing his fielders are making the plays for him.
That's right.
Top of the order now, Billy Howard back to the plate. He grounded to shortstop his first time up. Looks at one inside.
I'm not sure exactly how this tournament's set up, but I mean, I know Tampa plays.
It's just totally round robin.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no winner or anything. Nobody's going to get crowned. Ground ball out to Woodburn. Takes a couple hops. Russo, 2 down. So I think it's just a chance to get 4 teams to play 3 games in a weekend for the most part. I know one of the schools, I wasn't Ashland, but one of the schools actually played Eckerd a couple days ago. So they a lot of them will make a circuit when they get down here. They might do Eckerd, might do St. Leo, might go over toward Rollins.
Yeah, make the most out of the trip down here.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to just come down for a weekend if you can avoid it.
Yeah, right.
Sam Witt at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. That one is 2-0 now. Witt got a base hit his first time up.
The count was 1-1, so it was early on. Right off the bat.
Outside. Ashland University has been around since 1878 in Ashland, Ohio. They've got 135 acres. They're like midway between Columbus and Cleveland. 7,000 students. Ranked as a best college in the Midwest. 3-1 pitch from Gonzalez. Walked him. First walk of the game. Issued by Gonzalez. That'll bring Carone to the plate.
The designated hitter, Max Carone.
You know, I told you earlier I couldn't find Max Carone in the stats.
Yeah.
It's because he's at the top of the list.
So they
totally
switched up
ignored
the
him.
order?
Well, he's got the best batting average on the team.
Okay.
444.
I see.
I'm like, why can't I find him?
Crone had a ground ball between third and second just like now.
Yep, a long throw. Karstetter with a big arm for the 3rd out of the inning. All the way across the infield. So they leave 1. No run scored. We've played 2.5, and the Spartans still on top 5-0 as they will send up Villegas, Irigoyen, and Karstetter as we go to the bottom of the 3rd right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Health and Wellness Center.
Yep. Bottom of the 3rd, Villegas up for Tampa, 5-0. Spartans on top. Tampa, 5 runs, 6 hits. They do have an error. Ashland, no runs, 2 hits, also have an error. Villegas got a base hit, drove in 2 runs last time. Ground ball, right to first base, fielded by Witt. Steps on the bag, 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch. So, Sam, you run with the track and cross country team, right?
That's right.
And tell me, they let you do this for a little bit?
Yeah, it's not, it doesn't.
They made you run over here and you have to run back?
Yeah, right.
Popped up. Does he have a play? Witt comes over, makes the catch. What's your specialty?
I would definitely say mid-distance.
Mid-distance? 800 or so?
Yeah, 800. I didn't compete cross-country this year. Just competing in track. That was my first collegiate meet just last Saturday.
Okay, that was a big meet going out here.
Yeah, no, a lot of teams. A lot of fans out there. Even if it was a little chilly, but I would say a lot of people out there.
Carstetter to the plate.
Got another one next Friday as well.
Is it just a duel or an invitational kind of thing?
Definitely an invitational type of thing. It's our senior night as well.
Okay.
You don't see dual meets as often in college as you do
Not
in
anymore.
high school.
Okay.
Yeah, high school's a little more,
It looked to me like, you probably know, but at least half a dozen teams were here last weekend.
Yeah. Not as many in-conference teams as I would have thought.
No?
No.
Carstetter fouled it off. How did you do, can I ask?
I would say I did pretty well. I did the 4x8.
Okay.
158 split. Not
Wow.
my PR, but definitely, I'm definitely happy with it for sure. Love running a relay.
I don't know if I could ride my bike in 158.
You have to try it on the track. New track though.
I saw that.
Like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Are you faster because of that,
I would say so.
or safer?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Carstetter gets a walk. Maddox King will come to the plate. Carstetter, he stole second and third the last time he was up. 2 outs now this time. He led off the inning last time. Stole second, third, and then came in on a base hit. Down the line, foul. Fairly good lead for Carstetter. 1-1 pitch. They chase him back.
You guys don't know soccer numbers? Dylan, you don't know soccer numbers?
Long stretch, 1-1 on the way. Outside. Gotta love this ballpark, though, with the view of the Tampa skyline.
Yeah,
Sunbathed right now. What
Real nice
people can't see is between us and downtown is the Hillsborough River.
Yeah, you couldn't even see it from here.
No, the tall buildings are all on the other side. There's a ground ball, base hit. And that's going to send Carstetter all the way to third. Heading for second is Maddox King. He's going to go in, standing up, and Carstetter's going to try to score. Here's the play at the plate, and he's out by 4 feet. I don't know if he ever broke stride, or I didn't see if Joe gave him the go-ahead, but because I was watching King, but they had him. Spartans do not score in the bottom of the third. We've played 3, and it's still 5-0 Tampa on top on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. UT students travel from across the nation and around the globe to join a dynamic learning community. There are 150 academic programs, continuing studies for non-traditional students, and a highly ranked graduate school. Academic opportunities are extensive and rigorous, but this mid-sized residential campus retains a welcoming feel. With a student-faculty ratio of 16:1, students benefit from direct interaction with expert faculty, a faculty that is passionate about teaching and mentoring. Outside the classroom, UT enjoys a unique environment. Plant Hall, a National Historic Landmark, is surrounded by modern and historic buildings on 105 acres. UT's beautiful downtown riverfront setting offers a gateway to the heart of a vibrant city. Students are within walking distance of jobs and internships.
Top of the fourth inning we go. It'll be Dobles, Kanjalowski, Overholt to the plate. Tampa up 5-0. Skylar Gonzalez giving up 2 hits. Struck out 3, walked 1. Thrown 53 pitches to this point. Last week in 8 innings, he was so efficient. He was, for most of the game, right around 10 pitches an inning. Oftentimes, like 1 under. He'd pitch 4 innings, 39 pitches. Dobles got on with a fielder's choice last time up. It was a ground ball to Woodburn, who took the force at second. Two balls, 1 strike. Down the middle, ground ball. Urso gobbles it up. Couple steps. Urso to Russo for the out. 1 down here in the fourth.
Yeah, the last game at 1, I believe it went to 3 hours. Seems like the game right now, I believe we started right on time at 5, even if it was a little after.
Now be careful. We don't like you talking about how quickly things are going at this point of the game. Because now we're going to be here till 10.
Yeah.
But I stopped you before you could say it. Now, we got 1 done last week in 2:15, and that's zipping.
Yeah.
0-1 pitch. Ball outside, 1-1.
But it was definitely the amount of mound visits that they made last game.
A lot of them?
Yeah, plenty. It had to have been over 10.
Huh.
Even with the pitch clock, it definitely adds time to the game.
Shot, Urso ranges, knocks it down, but it's going to be a base hit. Urso's got good range. Even if he gets that one, keeps it in the glove, that would be a tough one to get the out. But knocking it down, at least it takes away any thought of the base runner thinking he can go to second. Brings Overholt to the plate. He fouls it off. Overholt struck out his first time up, back in the second. That one is hit out into right center field, giving chase. Coming in is Villegas, and he catches it in stride for the second out. Two down now. Brings Franks to the plate. Franks flew out to Jordan Williams in left field his first time up. First pitch, call strike. You can see not a heck of a lot of sun to worry about anymore, but if you look at the umpire behind Gonzalez, he's shading his eyes with his hand. He's getting it right in his face now because the sun's getting pretty low. Look to chase the runner back, no throw. Sam, if you ever do games later in the year when the sun works its way and it's like directly behind us, you'll see throws back to the pitcher, and the pitcher just bails out because he can't see it. They threw it right into the sun, and they have to convince the catcher to like roll it to me. One hopper goes all the way to the fence. That was the pitch, not the hit. Runner goes to second.
Yeah, the spot that the ump was in, that sunlight's still at the foul line, so
yeah.
he'll be in that for quite a little bit.
Yep.
He did shift to the left side now, so I think. But now he's back in the sun.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out now. Runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Check swing, strike 2. Two pitch, 2 out, runner on second. Swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. That is the 4th strikeout of the day for Gonzalez. And again, a scoreless inning. He's pitched 4 shutout innings, and Tampa leads 5-0, I should say, as we head to the bottom of the 4th right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
In the late 1920s, the prospect of a Hillsborough High student enrolling in college was bleak. The nation was in the throes of the Great Depression. Businesses were failing, and many of Tampa's beautiful waterfront homes were left abandoned. The principal at Hillsborough High, Frederick Spaulding, didn't see these barriers. He only saw bright young students who were in need of a place to continue their learning. In 1931, collegiate-level courses were offered at Hillsborough High. This would later become the University of Tampa. On August 2, 1933, Spaulding arrived at the doors of Plant Hall with a 100-year lease from the city and a firm resolve, and with the turn of a key, opened the door to the University of Tampa. In its fledgling years, UT was fortunate if it could collect half of the tuition due from its students. It was only through the dedication of its professors, who worked without pay, that the university survived the Great Depression. Over the next several decades, UT grew slightly, enrolling up to 1,800 at times, starting several sports teams, and even began accepting students from other areas of the country. But in the early 90s, the growth seemed to stand still, even stop. UT needed new life, some passion. UT needed strong leadership.
In 1995, Dr. Vaughn became president, and UT began to transform. 1,000 UT students has become 7,200, and we are now entering our 17th consecutive year of record enrollment. All the while, UT's academic profile continues to increase. There has been $350 million in new construction since 2000.
Jordan Williams strides to the plate for his 3rd at-bat of the game. Not bad through 3 innings. First pitch from Beavers, ball.
You have to see him on his strong hand. This isn't even a strong hand.
Tap foul, 1-1. Beavers so far today 2 hits, scored twice, driven in a run, and has 2 stolen bases. This time they're playing in at the corners. He's not tried to bunt his way on, but they are playing in, and he just lines it up the middle for a base hit. That's the 2nd time Beavers has tried to get a mid up there, but it goes for a hit into center. So Jordan Williams now 3 for 3 on the day. Now Woodburn to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice, and he walked his last time up. All right, what do you think? Williams on the first pitch. The game's still in the balance. We're only in the 4th inning, so they're not going to call him off or anything like that.
He's definitely going to try to keep him there. I know the MLB now you can only throw back so many times.
Right.
I don't know if that's the same for college.
There they thought he was going to do it.
Not followed up on the rules, but yeah. Mike was up.
You were too quiet.
Yeah.
Another throw over.
Back. Yeah, do they have a
I don't know if they have a limit. They haven't adopted all of the MLB rules.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes. Again, they've got him picked off, and I think they got him. No, they call him.
Yeah,
I think he dropped the ball, didn't he? Or he slid on the side of it?
I think William, he picked up, he kept leading with the hand, made him think he was doing that, and he picks up his hand,
Slid
and then moved it over.
Huh.
Great move.
Yeah.
And he knew what he was doing too, but he could have. I didn't check the ball, but I'm pretty sure he had it.
He didn't
Shortstop
argue that.
might
The
have
second
dropped
baseman kind of like, are you kidding? But then let it go. There we go into third. Now the throw down to third. This time I think they had him. Yeah.
Couldn't do it quite, but
It's fun to watch. He's becoming an automatic triple. He gets on base, especially if he leads off an inning, nobody on. Just assume he's going to get to third.
yeah.
That time they were prepared. The one thing they did that time is they threw a fastball. He'll just kill you if you're throwing a breaking ball. So Woodburn walks.
2 in a row.
Will bring Urso to the plate. JD 2 for 2 today, a couple base hits and 2 RBI right now. And he also scored back in the first inning. 1 out now. Foul back. Beavers in the stretch. Outside. Spring training in full swing now. A number of parks around the area. The Yankees play not far from here.
Yeah.
The Phillies are in Clearwater, not far. The Blue Jays are in Dunedin, close to the Gulf. There goes Woodburn, and that is hit into left field. That's a third hit for Urso. Runners at first and second with 1 out. I got to do the play-by-play 9 years ago. It was like 9 years ago, almost to the day, a couple days ago. The Spartans played the Phillies to open spring training for the Phillies. Spartans had already played like 8 games. And the Spartans beat them 7-3 on a Giovanni Alfonso grand slam in the 7th inning.
That is awesome. I don't know why they don't do that anymore. I feel like maybe that's why, but.
Yeah, they do it occasionally. There's a ground ball by, bobbled. Bobbled again, and runners are going to be safe at first, second, and third. That'll be an error on Dobles. Bases loaded.
I believe the Yankee spring training is now. That's
going to be the Rays' home this year because of the Tropicana roof torn off.
That's right.
During Hurricane Milton. Because the Rays played down below Bradenton in Sarasota, so they couldn't make that the home field.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Yankees Park is nice. Steinbrenner Field's nice. I mean, it holds about 12,000, so it's not going to be big. But they had to do something.
I mean, sometimes small stadiums even, almost bring some more energy. It feels
It's
like
going to be sold out every game, so that's going to be kind of fun.
But hopefully that doesn't deter any fans for when they do, either, redo Tropicana or go into that new field. I know the one of the top, I believe it might have been social media manager, one of those top, maybe marketing manager here. There was a panel that I went to, and they were talking a lot about that and what they planned on doing. Definitely
still in the works, isn't it? No decision. Swing and a miss by Valdez. And he goes down for the second out. So now, bases loaded, 2 outs. And I'll bring Villegas to the plate. Yeah, that was fun when the Spartans beat the Phillies. Now, the Phillies ended up losing 100 games that year. They weren't good, but they beat professionals.
Yeah.
Now, they then played again the next year. And the Phillies beat them like 12-0. Like, you're not going to pull it on us 2 years in a row here, kids.
Yeah, I don't know the exact stats, but I mean, we've had plenty of Tampa players, going to the major leagues.
Yeah, Jordan Leisure's with the White Sox right now. He was a star pitcher here. He's a relief pitcher for the White Sox. Number of them will get drafted. Chance to live the dream.
Right.
Bases loaded, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Villegas at the plate. Ground ball, bouncing out to second base, Dobles. And they get out of the inning despite loading the bases with just 1 out. Spartans leave 3, pick up a couple hits. We've played 4 full. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Tampa. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for Ashland. We'll be back. You're watching on the Sunshine State Digital Network. Top of the 5th. This game just moving right along. It'll be Peltz at the plate, the number 8 hitter. Followed by Miller, and then back to the top of the order, Billy Howard. Ball outside. Ground ball, foul. Spartans playing Peltz straight away. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Strike 3, throw down to first. Irigoyen to Russo for 1 out. Strikeout number 5 for Gonzalez. Brings Miller to the plate. Ground ball. Urso behind second. Quickly throws to Russo for the out. Gonzalez almost foolishly put up his pitching hand to knock that one down. Fortunately, it avoided his hand, or he got it away just in time. That's a dangerous play to try to field it barehanded.
Yeah, definitely worked out better. Just you know.
And he didn't deflect it either, so it went straight to Urso. So now 2 outs here in the 5th. Top of the order, Billy Howard. Grounded out twice. Once to short, once to second. 1-1 is the count. Now the field totally in shade. Still see some sun off the buildings in the back. Swing and a miss. Spartans ranked number 1 in the nation and defending national champions. Taking on 15th ranked, I should say, Ashland University. These teams have played once in their history. In 2008, Ashland, a 6-5 winner over Tampa in an NCAA tournament game. Gonzalez, 2-2. Fly ball, center field, Maddox King, right in his wheelhouse, makes the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Ashland. We will head to the bottom of the 5th. Tampa still on top, 5-0, and they will send up Irigoyen, Karstetter, and King, 7, 8, 9, when we come back.
This is the University of Tampa. UT students travel from across the nation and around the globe to join a dynamic learning community. There are 150 academic programs, continuing studies for non-traditional students, and a highly ranked graduate school. Academic opportunities are extensive and rigorous, but this mid-sized residential campus retains a welcoming feel. With a student-faculty ratio of 16-1, students benefit from direct interaction with expert faculty, a faculty that is passionate about teaching and mentoring. Outside the classroom, UT enjoys a unique environment. Plant Hall, a National Historic Landmark, is surrounded by modern and historic buildings on 105 acres. UT's beautiful downtown riverfront setting offers a gateway to the heart of a vibrant city. Students are within walking distance of jobs and internships, and the recreational opportunities are endless, both off campus and...
Yep. Irigoyen, the catcher, will step in for Tampa. His third at bat. He struck out and flied out to the first baseman in foul territory his last time up. Ball outside. Popped up. Center field, chasing back near the warning track, and making the catch just in front of the wall was Miller. Long fly. You almost got the home run you were just asking for.
Yeah. It got me a little excited.
He pulls it, and it's well out of here. It's 395. Is that 95 or 85? 395 to center, 321 down the line. So he pulls it, same distance. It's well out of here.
Yeah.
Karstetter to the plate, swing and a miss. Walked and scored in the second, or a base hit and scored in the second, walked and got to third in the third. Ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, his first at bat, getting on base, stealing back to back.
Ball. Two balls, 1 strike. Beavers pitching. Fouled off. There is a player up and throwing in the Ashland bullpen. Actually, now he's just on the mound, not throwing. Ball low.
Clock 91, it looked like.
Really?
Yeah, I saw a few speed guns down there.
Fly ball, center field. Miller going back again near the track, and he catches that one just in front of the warning track. 2 outs on a couple long fly balls. Center fielder Maddox King to the plate.
Yeah, there were a few speed guns during that first game with, I believe it was,
The Davenport Minnesota Crookston game. There's one hit into right center field. Solid base hit for Maddox King, and he's 2 for 3 today.
Yeah, I was trying to read it with the binoculars, but now when it's a little darker out, it's pretty clear to read as long as I can focus in on it. But I do wish we had some. We have plenty of radars, it looks like, out in the field, but I'm assuming either the coaches just see that or it'd be cool if it was on the broadcast. We could somehow hook that up, but
We would sound so much smarter.
yeah.
2 outs, man on first. Top of the order, Jordan Williams at the plate. Looks at one, called strike.
Yeah, just after that first game, I was talking to my grandpa about how AI could take a lead in stats for baseball.
Jordan Williams is now 4 for 4 today. All base hits. The only problem for Jordan is second base is occupied. Jordan came into the game hitting .425. Had 40 at-bats. Now he's got 44 at-bats, 21 hits, so he's pushing the 500 mark. And we're going to have a mound visit and maybe a pitching change.
Yeah, Woodburn was walked 2 times in a row. Last 2 at-bats.
Well, Beavers got rocked in the first couple innings, gave up 5 runs, 7 hits, settled down since then. 2 scoreless innings, and the Spartans have yet to score this inning, but a couple solid hits, and that's going to be it for Beavers as a pitcher coming in from the right field bullpen. Alex, why don't we take a break, and we'll give you the stats when we figure out who we've got on the mound. Tampa up 5-0. We'll be right back.
In the late 1920s, the prospect of a Hillsborough High student enrolling in college was bleak. The nation was in the throes of the Great Depression. Businesses were failing, and many of Tampa's beautiful waterfront homes were left abandoned. The principal at Hillsborough High, Frederick Spalding, didn't see these barriers. He only saw bright young students who were in need of a place to continue their learning. In 1931, collegiate-level courses were offered at Hillsborough High. This would later become the University of Tampa. On August 2, 1933, Spalding arrived at the doors of Plant Hall with a 100-year lease from the city and a firm resolve, and with the turn of a key, opened the door to the University of Tampa. In its fledgling years, UT was fortunate if it could collect half of the tuition due from its students. It was only through the dedication of its professors, who worked without pay, that the university survived the Great Depression. Over the next several decades, UT grew slightly, enrolling up to 1,800 at times, starting several sports teams, and even began accepting students from other areas of the country. But in the early 90s, the growth seemed to stand still, even stop. UT needed new life, some passion. UT needed strong leadership.
In 1995, Dr. Vaughn became president and UT began to transform. 1,000 UT students has become 7,200, and we are now entering our 17th consecutive year of record enrollment. All the while, UT's academic profile continues to increase. There has been $350 million in new construction since 2000. We have added 7 new residence halls, academic buildings and labs, as well as athletic facilities. Plant Hall even got new carpet and new windows.
So we've got a pitching change for Ashland. Carter McFarland coming in, replacing Beavers. Though Beavers will be responsible for the runners at first and second. Braden Woodburn stepping to the plate. McFarland coming in has no ERA at 0. This is only his second appearance of the year. No record at this point. Only 2 innings pitched, but didn't give up any hits or runs. Did walk 3 during that time, so we'll see. Runners both go. The throw easily in, double steal for the Spartans. So Joe basically wanted to say, welcome to the ball game, Mr. McFarland. Now runners at second and third, and a base hit will bring 2 more in. It's up to Woodburn now to come through. Ball low. Two-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Woodburn reached on a fielder's choice in the first and scored. Walked the last 2 times. King at third, Williams at second. 1-2 pitch. Ball high. 2-2. And the pitch. Ground ball just foul, and a skipping Maddox King got away from that one. That is why you come down the line in foul territory.
Yeah, I saw that last game. He was in foul territory, so
Yeah.
it wasn't out, but he got struck right in the foot.
If it hits you, it's just a foul ball. It may hurt.
Yeah.
If you're in the field and you get hit, you're out. So they always tell you, go down foul, come back fair. 2-2 with 2 out, 2 on. Foul back. I love alliteration.
Yeah. Especially when it's unintended.
Yes. We'll do the 2-2 pitch again. Fouled off. We'll try it again. Doubleheader tomorrow starting at 3. Spartans will play Davenport. Davenport beat Minnesota Crookston 15-5 earlier today, right here on this field. And another foul ball. Ashland and Minnesota Crookston will meet tomorrow at 11 o'clock before the Spartans will play a doubleheader against Davenport. And here's the 2-2 again. Foul ball. Long at bat for Woodburn as he's greeting McFarland, who just came in relief. The 2-2. 3-2 will go full. In the stretch, full count. Ground ball, foul again.
This has been
long
quite
at
bad, yeah.
Just waiting for the right pitch.
Don't blame him. This is quite the opportunity.
Yep.
Runners at second and third.
It's only 5-0. You know, it's not a. It looked the way the Spartans started. You thought this might be a big blowout win, but they've settled down. It's 5-zip in the 5th, so there's plenty of time for things to change. Here's the 3-2 again. Walked him. Bases loaded for J.D. Urso, who is 3 for 3 today.
That is, yeah. Third walk in a row.
Shortstop J.D. Urso.
So the one thing about the stats for McFarland, he has no ERA and had not given up any hits, but in 2 innings had walked 3. He's now walked 4. No strikeouts. So his Achilles heel might be that. 2 outs now. J.D. Urso at the plate. Bases loaded. King, Williams, Woodburn. Third, second, first. Ball outside. Good stop by Peltz, the catcher. And the pitch. Fouled back. Good cut by J.D. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh, check swing. That one was up high, and he was just trying to duck out of the way and fouled it off. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 out. McFarland fires. Off speed. Some Ashland fans wanted the call. It's 2-2. I think maybe a little bit low.
Agreed.
Not going to take sides on that one. Two and two again, or now. The pitch. And just about hit him, and it did hit him in the back. And that will bring in a run, making it 6-0.
That one clocked in at a 91.
Wow.
Straight to the back. Definitely going to have to see the
That
trainer
one
later.
didn't deflect much, so it must have just nicked him. But so McFarland has come in and walked one and hit one. And now Russo to the plate. Spartans do push a run across. Russo first pitch, call strike. And kind of a Bronx cheer from the Ashland fans. Oh, 1. Outside, 1-1. Now Williams at third, Woodburn at second, Urso at first. The pitch. Ooh, a little bit in. No, I was going to say a little bit inside because Russo put up his arms, but it's a called strike inside corner. Tampa hitting .440 in this game. They've already got double-digit hits. They've got 11 hits on the night. Ball a little bit low. 2-2 now. In the stretch, McFarland fires. Swing and a miss. They get out of the inning with just 1 run coming in. Spartans get 1, leave 3. We played 5. It's 6-0 Tampa on TampaSpartans.tv.
Students, this is your one-stop shop.
Yep. 6th inning we go. Now 6-0 Tampa. Skylar Gonzalez Cruising along. There's one hit out into center field. Going back, Maddox King waits on the track, reaches up, and made the catch.
Wow.
Big time catch by Maddox King. He made the catch, bumped into the wall, and held on. That was about 2 feet from leaving the park. So Sam Witt with a long fly ball on the first pitch. Again, Gonzalez getting some nice defensive help from his teammates. Carone to the plate. Check swing low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I don't believe Ashland's got anyone to third base just yet. Could be mistaken.
I don't think so. I think only second. Swing and a miss. Off speed. Carone couldn't dial down. One ball, 2 strikes. Check swing. Did he go around? They say no. 2-2 now. Two on the way. Popped up. It's going to go out of play behind the Spartans dugout. Carone steps back in. Gonzalez, he doesn't waste time. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets another strikeout, his 6th of the game. And we have 2 outs. So now Dobbles to the plate. And the pitch. Nice curveball, strike call. 0-1 from Gonzalez. Ripped down the line, but foul. Dobbles way ahead of that one. 0-2. Teases him, a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Tag him out. And he's out for the 3rd out. That is the 7th strikeout for Gonzalez. We've now played 5.5, and it's still 6-0 Tampa on top right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network. Up 7-0. Pitching change for Tampa as Eli Thurman comes in. We'll close the book on Skylar Gonzalez with 6 shutout innings for Tampa. For Thurman, he is a 3.6 ERA, 3.68 ERA. Has 1 decision. It was a loss. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Has a save. 10 innings pitched, 9 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned. Walked 3, struck out 13.
I don't know if I'm surprised or not that they made a pitching change. You know, they do have quite a lead, so it's not like they need to keep him in. Maybe they're resting him for the rest of the games this weekend.
Yeah, this is normal that he brings Eli in if he gets 6 into the 6th, 7th. He did let Gonzalez go through 8 last game. There's a strike 3. Quick throw down to first base. Russo has to step across the baseline to catch that one.
I've seen a lot of those today. No drops,
Sometimes they hit the batter running to first.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Overholt to the plate. 2 at-bats, a strikeout, and a fly out to right field. First pitch. Call strike. Nighttime now in Tampa. Stadium lights have taken over. Ground ball heading out to Urso. Couple hops. Quick throw. 2 down. Brings Franks to the plate.
This is the right fielder, Chris Franks.
Franks today, pop fly to left field, caught by Williams, second at bat, pop to right field, out, and then struck out for the 3rd.
First pitch, strike 1. 2 outs now here in the 7th. Lays down a bunt right in front. It's going to be fielded by Thurman. Does he have time to throw? Takes Russo off the base. He made a nice diving stop to keep that ball from going into the outfield, but coming up maybe lame is Franks. He was holding his left hamstring as he crossed first base. Trainer coming out to look. And you probably know that well, that those don't heal well or quickly.
I've, even a few teammates this season, having to take a few weeks off, being the trainer every day. It takes time.
Coach heading over to take a look at him too. Right after he hit the bag, he grabbed his hamstring. We'll see if they make a change.
One of those things that hurt later aren't as bad, but when you feel it right away, something's up.
He's trying to run a couple steps. A little jog like that's not going to tell you what it is. You won't know that till he has to sprint to second.
Yeah, and they'll go ahead and put some.
Looks like they're going to make the change.
Number 29.
We've got to get the roster here.
He's not in the starting lineup, so I can imagine he'd be cold. This might be his first run of the day.
Yeah. And he had to hustle that one too.
Yeah, I mean, typically, sometimes in softball, you'll see him running around, staying warm in between each inning. You don't see that too often in baseball, so that they can get cold. Obviously, it's hotter out, so it's not like they're pulling stuff too much. But with the heat, you get dehydrated, and that can relate to cramps, and then getting those muscles start pulling.
Catcher Peltz now to the plate. Ball just missing outside. Just missing there. 2-2. Thurman with 2 strikes, 2 balls, fouled off. Thurman with look over, short lead at first. Ground ball, Carstetter on a couple hops. Inning is over. We've played 6.5 now. We're through 7th. We got the 7th inning stretch coming up. If you're cheering for Tampa, stand up. It's 7-0. Tampa on top. Right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
In the late 1920s, the prospect of a Hillsborough High student enrolling in college was bleak. The nation was in the throes of the Great Depression. Businesses were failing, and many of Tampa's beautiful waterfront homes were left abandoned. The principal at Hillsborough High, Frederick Spalding, didn't see these barriers. He only saw bright young students who were in need of a place to continue their learning. In 1931, collegiate-level courses were offered at Hillsborough High. This would later become the University of Tampa. On August 2, 1933, Spalding arrived at the doors of Plant Hall with a 100-year lease from the city and a firm resolve, and with the turn of a key, opened the door to the University of Tampa. In its fledgling years, UT was fortunate if it could collect half of the tuition due from its students. It was only through the dedication of its professors, who worked without pay, that the university survived the Great Depression. Over the next several decades, UT grew slightly, enrolling up to 1,800 at times, starting several sports teams, and even began accepting students from other areas of the country. But in the early 90s, the growth seemed to stand still, even stop. UT needed new life, some passion. UT needed strong leadership.
In 1995, Dr. Vaughn became president and UT began to transform. 1,000 UT students has become 7,200, and we are now entering our 17th consecutive year of record enrollment. All the while, UT's academic profile continues to increase. There has been $350 million in new construction since 2000. We have added 7 new residence halls, academic buildings and labs, as well as athletic facilities. Plant Hall even got new carpet and new windows. UT now has more than 3,000 events annually, and
Maddox King will lead off for Tampa here in the bottom of the 7th. Tampa on top 7-0. King was at bat in the 6th inning when Carstetter got called out trying to steal. Actually, it was Irigoyen. First pitch inside. Maddox King, 2 for 3 today. Couple singles scored last time up. Inside, I think so inside it hit him. Yeah, it did.
See if I can get a...
It had a very fleshy sound to it.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll go to the top of the order. Jordan Williams having a nice day. 4 at-bats, 4 hits, scored twice, driven in a run.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I thought that King was on the batter's box last inning.
He was, because they threw the runner out at second. So he was batting, so he gets the bat.
Okay.
Stays in. Yeah, they caught the runner stealing.
What was the count at that point?
I don't know.
Or maybe he didn't even hit yet.
Well, he stays up no matter what the count was.
Okay.
And but he gets a brand new count.
Guess that's something I didn't pay attention to. Yeah, we're back up at the top with Williams.
See what Jordan Williams can do here. The only negative to Jordan Williams' game today is he got caught stealing once.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's stolen 4 bases today. Now has 24 on the season. Swing and a miss.
And the in-game is 5, correct? The in-game record?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so he's...
Twice in that game a couple weeks ago, he stole second and third. Next time up, second and third. Next time up, second. Ball outside.
So he'd be tied right now if he didn't get tagged out at that base. But, you know, if he gets on base here, he could break it.
If he leads off an inning or he gets on with nobody else on, it's almost a triple. He's going to get second. He's going to try for third. 1-1. Runner goes. Throw down to second. And got him. A good throw by Peltz. Takes Maddox King off the bases. Spartans are determined to run, though, up this lead. As we said, 7-0 is not a huge lead until there's 2 outs in the 9th. Kind of a half swing from Williams. Now 2-2. Williams started the season, the first couple games, or maybe the first weekend, coming off the bench and pinch running roles and then staying in, but has worked his way into the starting lineup and hasn't left since. Close, but no count. Matter of fact, the first couple games when he came in as a defensive replacement or a pinch runner, he then went into right field. Now he's penciled in at center field or left field every game. 3-2. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. The pitch to Williams. Swing and a miss. He goes down this time. And there's 2 outs here in the 7th. So an oddity for Braden Woodburn. He comes up without Jordan Williams on base for the first time today. First pitch was a ball. Ground ball heading out to short. Overholt, long throw, and pulls him off the bag. I think he'd have beat it out anyway because that one took its time getting out to short, and it was a long throw from Overholt anyway.
Could stop that first baseman.
So even though he took the first baseman off the bag, I think it's probably a hit. I think he'd have beat it out even if the throw would have been on the bag. We'll see what the official scorer says in a second. Brings J.D. Urso to the plate now with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. They do give Woodburn a single. 14th hit of the day for Tampa. Runner goes. There goes Woodburn. The throw down to second. It's high, sliding under it, and didn't get there in time. So another nice throw out by Peltz. 2 stolen base attempts where the runners called out this inning, and we have now finished 7. Still 7-0 Tampa on TampaSpartans.tv.
students and provides.
We keep moving on. We're into the 8th inning. Tampa now up 7-0. We were checking the stats for stolen bases today. Tampa with 7 stolen bases, but they've been caught now 4 times. Lays down a bunt. Thurman off the mound, throws. Got him.
I think those 4 out of the 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think those definitely happened towards the back half, so
Yes.
Ashland started to catch on a little bit, make those throws,
Twice when Jordan Williams is stolen, they actually had him picked off. I think he got caught once, and the first time he beat the throw to second. They threw to first, had him picked off, and he still beat it before the first baseman could throw it to second. Second time they had him picked off, and they got him at second. Ball low. No, actually, Williams made it twice getting a second. The one time he said he picked up his hand.
Yeah.
And they slid under it.
That one was a clean one to watch.
They got him at third. Howard, top of the order. Looking for his first hit of the day. Not going to get it here. J.D. Urso, 1 hop. 2 down. That was just a routine play for J.D. Thurman to Witt. Ball 1's the call. Ball outside, ball 2. Ball outside, ball 3, 3-0. Three-0 pitch on the way. Walked him in 4. Which will bring Carone to the plate with a man on and 2 outs.
If anyone's rubbing their eyes thinking that they're seeing double, that's just our camera out in the outfield. Hopefully get that fixed. But
not ghosts, huh?
No.
Pitch is low. Throw down to first. Back in time was Witt. So 5 straight balls now by Thurman. And the pitch. Looked to bunt. Got the call. Strike 1.
Bunt attempt on 2 outs. Looking for a lucky bounce.
Yeah, that's totally you're trying to get on base.
Yeah.
But the third base, Carstetter was pretty far back, is now pulled even with the bag. And he hits one out to Urso. Backhands it, goes to second to end the inning. 6-4, force out to end the inning. And we've now played 7.5. Tampa on top, 7-0. And they will send up Urso, Russo, and Valdez in the bottom of the 8th on TampaSpartans.tv.
In the late 1920s, the prospect of a Hillsborough High student enrolling in college was bleak. The nation was in the throes of the Great Depression. Businesses were failing, and many of Tampa's beautiful waterfront homes were left abandoned. The principal at Hillsborough High, Frederick Spalding, didn't see these barriers. He only saw bright young students who were in need of a place to continue their learning. In 1931, collegiate-level courses were offered at Hillsborough High. This would later become the University of Tampa. On August 2, 1933, Spalding arrived at the doors of Plant Hall with a 100-year lease from the city and a firm resolve, and with the turn of a key, opened the door to the University of Tampa. In its fledgling years, UT was fortunate if it could collect half of the tuition due from its students. It was only through the dedication of its professors, who worked without pay, that the university survived the Great Depression. Over the next several decades, UT grew slightly, enrolling up to 1,800 at times, starting several sports teams, and even began accepting students from other areas of the country. But in the early 90s, the growth seemed to stand still, even stop. UT needed new life, some passion. UT needed strong leadership.
In 1995, Dr. Vaughn became president and UT began to transform. 1,000 UT students has become 7,200, and we are now entering our 17th consecutive year of record enrollment. All the while, UT's academic profile continues to increase. There has been...
I guess there's already problems with the one now. Just bubbles.
Bottom of the 8th, J.D. Urso strides to the plate. J.D. has been on 4 times in 4 at-bats, 3 hits, and got hit by a pitch his last time up. Fouls that one off. Top of the order for Tampa has been solid today. You've got Williams 4 for 5, Woodburn 1 for 2, a couple walks. Urso at the moment 3 for 3. Bottom of the order has been solid. You've got Irigoyen 1 for 4, Carstetter 2 for 3, King 2 for 3.
No, I'm not.
Ball outside.
Yeah, I believe Urso got on base every time.
Yep.
I'm telling you, you're seeing the best. You gotta be good at Morgan likes you, man. You gotta be the real deal, though.
And J.D. fouls that one off. Ball goes bouncing back to the batter's box. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Urso. This is his first time leading off an inning. Does it get through? Scooping it up is Overholt. The throw. Got him. Overholt doing a nice job ranging behind second base. Was able to get a quick throw off and just got J.D. by half a step.
I feel like Urso might have been too worried about the throw. He was kind of glancing over to the left. I don't know how much more time it would have given him if he put his head down, but you never know.
Now I think they may be making a pitching change here with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. McFarland, 2 2/3 innings pitched.
Yeah, from the bullpen, number 20.
20?
Eli Thurmond.
Nope, that's Thurman is with Tampa.
Oh.
Got the wrong team there. 20?
I should know that.
20 is Owen Cavey.
This is the University of Tampa. UT students travel from across the nation and around the globe to join a dynamic learning community. There are 150 academic programs, continuing studies for non-traditional students, and a highly ranked graduate school. Academic opportunities are extensive and rigorous, but this mid-sized residential campus retains a welcoming feel. With a student-faculty ratio of 16:1, students benefit from direct interaction with expert faculty, a faculty that is passionate about teaching and mentoring. Outside the classroom, UT enjoys a unique environment. Plant Hall, a National Historic Landmark, is surrounded by modern and historic buildings on 105 acres. UT's beautiful downtown riverfront setting offers a gateway to the heart of a vibrant city. Students are within walking distance of jobs and internships, and the recreational opportunities are endless, both off campus and on campus. Students live in upscale residence halls and enjoy diverse activities, including performing arts, guest lectures, nearly 200 clubs and organizations, and a nationally ranked NCAA Division II athletics program.
Pitching change and a pinch hitter as we move into the latter half of the bottom of the eighth. Joe Stella will be coming in to pinch hit for Tampa. He is a grad student from Pittston, Pennsylvania. Coming in to bat for Russo. And on the mound is number 20, and that is Owen Cavey. 13.5 ERA, no decisions yet this year. Third appearance of the year as a 2.2 2/3 innings pitched. 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 2, struck out 3. Stella steps in. And he hits one out into right field, chasing him back toward the wall. It's going to bounce all the way to the wall. Stella's going to cruise into second. Are they going to try for 3? No, they hold him up. One pitch, takes it to the wall, and Joe Stella making the most of his pinch hitting opportunity. That was just his 4th at-bat of the season, 5th at-bat of the season, and now he has 2 hits, so he's 400 batting average. Second pinch hitter coming up for Tampa is number 25, and that's A.J. Graham. This will be his 5th game of the year. He's 0 for 3 at this point. Graham is tall. He's 6'3", a 6'3" freshman from Tampa. Went to Gaither High School. He's batting for Valdez. Here's the pitch. Call strike. Stella with the lead off second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Umpire was not pleased with the audio difficulty there.
Yeah, lots of confusion.
0-2 pitch to Graham. High. 1-2. And the pitch. Low in the dirt. He went around. Strike 3. 2 outs. Graham got fooled by that pitch and went kind of golfing at it. That'll bring Villegas to the plate now at 2 outs. Villegas watches a ball.
His first at-bat, singled up the middle. 2 RBIs, but in the second one, 2 in a row, getting out. His last one was a walk.
Fouls that one off. It's going to be out of play. One 1 pitch. Call strike. Bottom of the 8th, Tampa up 7-0. Tampa 7 runs, 15 hits. They've taken the error away from Tampa, which I should because I couldn't remember them making an error. There's a ground ball that'll bring in a run. Stella touching third, heading for home. And Villegas with an RBI. A 2-out RBI, and it's 8-0 Tampa. So Joe Stella gets his motor running, doubles on the first pitch off the wall, and then has to scamper home on a base hit up the middle. Wander Irigoyen now to the plate. They go to first instead.
Yeah, nice timed RBI there for Villegas.
Yeah.
Just trying to pull away, try to hide away from a Ashland rally.
Yeah, it'd have to be a huge rally now. And they go back. Now, Villegas, not a base-stealing threat, and only has about a two-step lead, but they seem concerned. And the pitch. Popped up, out of play. Might have hit a dorm room there.
Yeah.
KV looks in. Goes to first again. So that's 3 throws to first, which makes you think there maybe isn't a limit to how often you can go there. 3 and 1 batter so far. 2 outs, man on first. Ball high, 1-1. Long stretch. Here's the pitch. Popped up, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Look in. KV in the stretch. Ball high. 2-2. Long look, goes to first again. So we'll do the 2-2 again. And again.
Oh, jeez.
Boy. Did I mention he's not a base-stealing threat?
Yeah. Guess they want to make their point made, but it almost makes it more enticing to want to get to second base.
Yeah.
And quit it.
I mean, he's not even taking a big lead.
No.
Up the middle, and he's going to get to second anyway.
Yeah, he might
Does
roll
he
to
try for
third.
third? No. That's the third ball that's come precariously close to the pitcher today.
Yeah. Carsetter got 2 RBIs last at bat. Let's see if he can run it back with a deep ball. Really deep ball. Maybe even on the foul line, possibly. Doesn't seem like the outfield's shifted one way or another. They're pretty dead
They're
center
pretty
each.
straight away.
Yeah.
Good sized gaps in left center, right center. So 2 on and 2 out. Carstetter with a big swing. Ball low. Tampa now hitting .472 this game. 17 hits, 36 official at-bats. 5 have walked, 10 have struck out. Ball low, gobbled up by Peltz. On the other side, Ashland, 4 for 28. That's 143. 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Tampa hitting .375 with runners in scoring position today. Fouled off. .455 with just runners on. And .692 with 2 outs. Long look and the pitch. Ground ball. Overholt for the first, and the inning will head to the ninth. Spartans on top, 8-0. We'll see what Ashland can do. We'll be back right after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
In the late 1920s, the prospect of a Hillsborough High student enrolling in college was bleak. The nation was in the throes of the Great Depression. Businesses were failing, and many of Tampa's beautiful waterfront homes were left abandoned. The principal at Hillsborough High, Frederick Spalding, didn't see these barriers. He only saw bright young students who were in need of a place to continue their learning. In 1931, collegiate-level courses were offered at Hillsborough High. This would later become the University of Tampa. On August 2, 1933, Spalding arrived at the doors of Plant Hall with a 100-year lease from the city and a firm resolve, and with the turn of a key, opened the door to the University of Tampa. In its fledgling years, UT was fortunate if it could collect half of the tuition due from its students. It was only through the dedication of its professors, who worked without pay, that the university survived the Great Depression. Over the next several decades, UT grew slightly, enrolling up to 1,800 at times, starting several sports teams, and even began accepting students from other areas of the country. But in the early 90s, the growth seemed to stand still, even stop. UT needed new life, some passion. UT needed strong leadership.
In 1995, Dr. Vaughn became president and UT began to transform. 1,000 UT students has become 7,200, and we are now entering our 17th consecutive year.
Yep. Last chance for Ashland. Top of the ninth. They're down 8-0. Leading off will be Dobbles, who is 0 for 3 today. Ashland with just 4 hits today. Eli Thurman on the mound. This will be his 3rd inning. Giving up a hit. Walked 1, struck out 1. Down the middle, call strike. Thurman doesn't waste a lot of time. He gets the ball back, he's looking for his sign, and he's ready to go. Matter of fact, we just got the pitch clock down to 15, and he was firing. Also, Dobbles gets in there and ready to go, too. That one's hit out into center field. Maddox King backs up about 3 steps, makes the catch, 1 out. So Cangelosi to the plate. Struck out twice for bookends and a single in the middle of that. Ball low. Strike call.
One's across the board.
Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 2 down here in the ninth, as Eli Thurman just keeps rolling for Tampa. Spartans looking to pick up the shutout. They have 2 shutouts so far this season, both against Quincy. Back a couple weeks ago, Valentine's Day, they had an 8-0 win, and then on Sunday with a 4-0 win. So Gonzalez with that first shutout. Overholt to the plate now. Last chance for Ashland.
This would be quite the run. 2 outs last inning.
Big swing, big miss. Down to their final strike. This is not like Wrigley Field. They do not come to their feet with 2 strikes on the last batter in the 9th inning.
Yeah.
The pitch, ground ball, foul. Thurman sets, and he's ready. 1-2 pitch. Ball high, 2-2.
It's quite the crowd out here tonight.
It's a nice crowd.
I would relate college ball to spring training. I feel like the energy's kind of matched, It's good weather especially down here.
Yep.
Playing some high-quality baseball. Not two high-performance teams.
Fouled off. I would expect a bigger crowd, at least for the first game tomorrow, because it'll be a nice, warm, sunny day.
Yeah.
It is a doubleheader with Davenport starting at 3. Second game scheduled for 7. The pitch popped up, and they're going to give chase, but I don't think they're going to get it. And it does come down on top of the Spartans' dugout. Stays 2-2 with 2 out.
Almost hit our photographer there in the corner. Careful, Zay.
And the 2-2 again. Fouled off, stays alive.
Number 2 at bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Deuces are wild. And the pitch. Fouled off again. So Overholt's going to get the most that he can out of this at bat. 2-2 pitch. Backs off. As one of the on-deck batter retrieving the foul ball. 2-2 again. Fouled off.
Might be fouling around for the next 5-10 minutes.
Two, one more time. That way taps one out towards Woodburn at second. Gobbles it up, throws, ball game. Tampa wins it. 8-0. Spartans pick up the win.
There you go, the lights.
There you go. Didn't get you a home run, but
no, I'll take it.
Yeah. 8 runs, 17 hits, no errors for the Spartans. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Ashland. The Spartans improved to 11-2. Ashland goes to 4-2. Skylar Gonzalez getting the win. Came in with a 1.96 ERA, 6 shutout innings, so he's going to lower that. He goes to 3-0 on the year. Eli Thurman will probably get credit for a save. He faced 3 innings of pitching. So Tampa wins it. I think if we picked a star of the game, might be Jordan Williams with 4 hits, 4 stolen bases. Why not? All right, the Spartans win it, 11-2 now on the year. They will play a doubleheader tomorrow against Davenport. Davenport University out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, played earlier today and beat Minnesota Crookston 15-5. So we might have a little game on our hand tomorrow.
Yeah.
That game starts at 3. Second game scheduled for 7. We will be here. Sam, you're going to be doing the earlier game?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that'll be Minnesota Crookston against Ashland. So you've seen one team, you'll be ready for them.
Yeah, yeah.